I got my mini doilies, these dies. I got them from AliExpress. They're some of my favorite. So I want to tie in this background. It's supposed to be like a wallpaper feel. And I want to tie it in on this page. So I'm just going to die cut some of these on my little Memory Keepers die cutting machine. I bought this tiny one before I bought my larger one, and I think everyone, if it's in the budget or if they can find it thrifted for a good deal, I think everyone should have a little mini die cutter because it just saves you so much trouble from getting out your big die cutting machine. And I found there's only so much that you can do with an electric cutting machine. I still find myself using my dies all the time, just because I don't enjoy being on the computer. I enjoy, if I can get this to go through, it might be a little bit too fat at the top. So we'll just slip this one out real quick. Here we go. Now we've got these babies, and I think I'm just going to do the last one as well. Since I've got it out, I may as well run this one through too. See how easy that is to pick up and move. Now we've got our doilies, and I didn't have to rearrange my whole life to get them. Okay, so those are going to tie in there. I've also got this scrap of old waxed music paper. I took apart a hymnal and I waxed it just with some, I think it's paraffin candle wax blocks that I got from Michael's. And that's one of my favorite things to do is wax, turn things into wax paper. Because you can crumple it up and it gives it that cool texture. I love it. So we've got that. Let's see, what am I doing? I'm gonna need to distress these. So do that real fast and be back. So I've got those distressed, and I tore apart some of my wax paper, and I'm gonna lay it down with this Fabri-Tac because the wax is sometimes hard to glue down onto paper, and this stuff will glue anything. So we're gonna go in with it and just lay these down here. And I didn't distress my wax paper. I don't know. I don't think everything absolutely has to be distressed. So I skipped that step because I can. I think that's part of putting your own spin on things is deciding, you know, what you want to do despite what everyone else does. The vintage style is to just distress the heck out of everything. But I think there's such a thing as too much distressing. And it kind of can take away from, let's see. I don't know, something over, something under. I want to put this here. Yeah, we're just going to go at it like that. And then we can tuck something else. Or do I want to tuck this under and then put something else over? That would be under and over. Can't think too much on it. It's supposed to be fun, right? Kind of want to cover up that edge. Yeah, we'll do it like that. I can see that I'm probably going to have to go back in and do a little extra gluing, which is fine. We're just getting it in place right now. Kind of want to add some lace. What do you think? Wonder how that would look. Oh, I just love this picture. So good, but she's going to need something else behind her. So let me think on that. So I found what's going to work for us. I have this die from AliExpress. It's kind of a filigree frame die. I love it. I had a bunch pre-done, and this is just on printer paper, but I wanted it smaller, so I cut it in half, and I'm going to overlap it. Do some distressing, overlap it, and that way, it doesn't overtake our whole deal we've got going here. And maybe it looks a little wonky, but that's okay, because this is just, my own personal journal. It's the first junk journal I ever made. So, I'm still really new at this. I'm still learning. I'm still experimenting. And I probably always will be. Just because, I don't know. That's how I get down. I like to test things out and see what works, what doesn't, and it's just paper, nothing too serious. So why not throw caution to the wind? See, and even these here aren't fully, the die didn't fully cut these parts out. So I may just switch sides because I don't want to fiddle with it. And this looks just as good. Okay, so I'm going to lay some ink down. This is cool. I found this photo at an estate sale, and this photo is from Western Studio. 50 cents for 2 dozen. So that's kind of cool. I love getting old vintage photos and albums, and the baby pictures just kill me. I love them. I love giving them a second life, but it's just, it's just the realization that we were all babies once, and that someday our baby photos will end up at some bin at the Goodwill, None of us are going to matter. Yeah, maybe that's too philosophical for paper crafting, but just makes me think about how nothing matters but this moment, the joy that I can find in it, and finding joy here on earth while I still have the opportunity to. And yeah, anyway, it's enough philosophy and woo-woo for the moment. Okay, so I like that, but I'm just gonna throw down a single bit of glue because I might want to tuck some things underneath this. So I want to make sure that my edges, the perimeter is free to allow me to do that. That's something that a wonderful creator and artist, Jodie Fye, I have watched her for so long, and I think she makes really wonderful content, has the best ideas, and is just really free and fun in creating. But she had a video on collage, and she gave me that little tip. Well, that was a tip in her video, is to make sure you leave your edges free, which I didn't do here. Whoops. Because you never know what you're going to want to, tuck under something when you're doing collage work or just piecing things together in general. It's like, shall I put a ticket in there? That'd be too big. Probably. I'm thinking something Tim Holtz. You can never go wrong with anything Tim Holtz. Okay, I found the things that we're going to need. I've got some of these pre-embossed stamps, faux stamps, which I did for my stash a while ago. So we're going to throw this guy in there. And let's see. Shall we layer it here? I was going to layer this guy here. Don't want it to get in the way of our Velcro. And then put this dude over it, under. Or possibly I could just put this here and put this guy over here. Or up here. I think that's probably what I'll do. This guy's a Tim Holtz Bits and Bob. Come here, you. And this one is an AliExpress Special. Let's see, I kind of want it to go at an angle, just for fun. Now I want to put my postmark stamp on it. I can't do anything without putting, can't ever lay a stamp down I can't ever lay a postage stamp down without feeling the need to put the little postmark. And I don't even think they probably had this back then. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know, but now I feel better about myself. We can move on. Okay. And I got a little fern for this terrarium. We're just going to go with this guy. Perfect. And do we need anything else? Let's see. I'm feeling this is a little bit out of balance over here. We need a little something over here. So let me think on it. Okay, so I found a couple of things to bring this page, I think, into balance a little better. This butterfly here, which is just a sticker, and this Tim Holtz piece of ephemera. So I'm going to rough this up a bit. This is something that I never do. I see people doing it. I think it looks fabulous. So, giving her a go. And we can throw a little, oops. You want more of that? The top, the side. Lovely. We're going to tuck that right in behind this stamp. Of course, I didn't follow my rule to leave the edges up a bit, but that's okay because it's on the wax paper and the glue didn't completely adhere. I don't like this little edge. Can I tear it? Let's find out. There, that makes me feel better. Glue down some of this. Really delicate printer paper. Because not everything has to be cardstock, does it? All right, let's see if we can glue some of this mess down. And I'm doing it haphazardly, smearing it on there. And I'll take this bad boy and just press it down. Trade secret right there. That way, I don't know, in my mind it helps spread out or pick up some of the excess glue. This Barely Art glue, it dries clear anyways, so you don't really have to worry about there being like an opaque gluey mess all over the place, because it does dry nice and clear. I'm going to use this sticker to help keep this paper down somewhat, I think. Fold you over. Oops. All right, beautiful. I love it. We have her maybe as a woman, grown up, and then maybe as a younger girl, kind of magical, kind of like a little time capsule, hope chest feel here. I love it. Next, we need to make this a little bit more risque. Put some whiskey bottles or something, because this is kind of like a Prohibition, Roaring 20s feel. So yeah, now I gotta see what I can come up with. Thanks for hanging out with me so far. So I got a couple of options for our hooch bottles. That's what they called it back then, right? Hooch, not whiskey. Moonshine, I don't know. But I've got this one, and I can hopefully cut out the ones that look like booze individually. And that'll give us something to work with. Us. Yeah, that's us. If you're watching this, then you are making it with me in spirit, right? Why not? I'm filming this on my phone. I'm not great at filming. I have made some reels and some TikToks, but I still have a lot to learn. So if you've got any tips, tricks, advice, constructive criticism, I'm open to it. This stamp is also from AliExpress. It kind of fell apart on me. The backing is like this weird contact type paper material, and it kind of came off. Let's see if we can get this guy a little bit better. And the top of this one. All right, that looks okay. I'll go with that. And I've got this. I want to try to put some washi tape over the design there. And that way we've got some bigger bottles. All right, well, let's do a test run and see how it looks. It's like, when do you ever think you're gonna need a bottle stamp, you know? But never hurts to have a big variety of stamps. I need to go thrifting and find some new and interesting ones. What? It showed through my washi tape. I kind of like the design distorted. It's not horrible. That's funny. I didn't think it would do that. Maybe need masking tape instead of washi tape. And I want to try some different colors of ink. I'm going to do navy, I'm going to do brown. Let's see, where the heck? There we go. Okay, let's go with some navy first. Oops. Still got the design on there. Well, let's try some masking tape. It doesn't want to stick because I've got ink. Well, let's just stamp some of this excess off first. Use my finger, because that's always a good idea, to get ink all over your fingers. I wonder if I could just use Scotch tape. Or just cover it up somehow. Right, hooch over it. Made in our own steel. Moonshine. I think I'm funny, but I'm not that funny. I entertain myself. It's all that matters. Okie dokie. Let's try this again. I'm going to keep this pad because it gives me a better image. This is just scrap paper. Okie dokie. Here we go. Shall we try some distress ink? Some walnut stain. Yeah, you know, I actually really like the look of that one. And let's spray it with some water. Let's see, this one looks too watery. I always use too much water. You know what? No, I didn't. I love that. Beautiful. I like it when we get a good result. I don't know what color bottles they used in the 20s. It probably wasn't brown. It was probably clear or maybe blue. Something to Google. I like learning through crafting, trying to be as historically accurate as possible for no one else's enjoyment but my own. Let's try some tumbled glass. It's bound to be a good one. How many bottles do we need? I don't know. Like, why am I stamping these? Because once I get in stamping mode, it's hard to get out of it. I just want to keep going and going and going. Let's see, can I fit you here? And I'm always doing stuff like that too. Like, don't ask me why. Maybe everybody does it. Maybe all crafters do it. Just try to stretch their paper as much as possible. Waste not, want not. I didn't put good pressure on that. Okay. Well, let's cut these out and then we can see what we've got and how it looks.